Okay, hello guys. So I wanted to talk about this game called Avabel Online. It's my childhood game actually. It's like one of the first games I've ever played because it was like on mobile. So yeah, I had a tablet when I was small. So I would download this game because it reminds me of Sword Art Online, and that is how this game got popular. It's called Avabel Online, and you kind of see the resemblance. Instead of SAO, it's AO without the S. But yeah, it's basically Sword Art Online, but copied into a game by some developer called Asobimo, I think. They made a bunch of duplicate games that are really similar. They just kept on copy and pasting and it somehow worked for a while, but after a while, yeah, the most of their games started like dying out, you could say. But yeah, basically the summary of my childhood, I would be playing this game for like I think a total of 5 years. It was when I was in like middle school or something. I played till the end of high school. Well, I started slowly declining, like not playing as much because there's just not enough players. The like as you can see, this is the most popular area. This is like channel one, everyone, and you also have to keep in mind that this game is a crossover game, so you play with people that live in Asia, in America, in Europe, and anywhere basically. Everywhere, it's all in the same server. And there's definitely problems when it's like crossover like that. I mean, it's great being able to play with people from anywhere because that means then you can make more friends. Except it's still this empty. Because yeah, the game definitely died down. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot when I was small because you know, I've always loved the anime Sword Art Online. So basically in this game, you go and you get these quests, and for every quest, there's like 3 different types of quests. Part 1, you kill the monsters. Part 2, you collect the items. Part 3, you kill the boss on the floor. And it's that simple. For every single floor, you do that. You kill the monsters, you collect the loot, you kill the boss, and then you go back to the quest NPC and you give it in. And you get to the next floor, and then it gets like, I think 50% harder for each floor, so it stacks up harder and harder. They have tankier stats, stronger damage, more annoying mobs. But yeah, this is floor 1. You kill the monster. Everything seems to be homing, like auto-targeting. I think you could turn it off in the settings. There's also auto combat now, auto questing and auto combat, so basically you do not have to do anything by yourself anymore. You could even auto potion and whatever. Yeah, it's everything is auto now. Because this game had to deal with a problem where everyone was using like automated programs. Like I'm using BlueStacks right now, and then there's like macros for everything now. So yeah, the the way the developers decide to solve this problem was to give built-in macros for every single person, and that's when the game kind of died down. Everyone was like getting really pissed off that there's no point of playing anymore because you just auto do everything. Yeah, this is 4.2. Uh, I guess it's still giving me the tutorial. But yeah, it is pay to win. Well, not anymore because, well, actually, yeah, it still is pay to win, but not as much as back then when it first launched because they removed trading. They removed anything that lets you transfer items or sell items to other players, because there was this one bug that happened. I forgot how long ago, but it was before they made this humongous update where there's like auto combat and free equipment. The bug was because this new NPC came out, and I don't know how, but some random guy discovered that you could earn money by typing in a specific amount of money by buying the equipment for, and then instead of you paying the money, you get the money and the equipment. And that spread like wildfire because everyone was like talking in some app called Line, and they just spread it for everyone. That app, I don't think anyone uses Line much nowadays, but back in the days, it was quite popular. We used it for this game. They even had like some sort of thing for it in game 2 for Line, but I guess they took it out. It changed a lot. The menus changed a lot. I think there's like voice chats. Not sure. I don't think anyone uses it anyways because people don't normally want to voice chat. It isn't that positive of a community, as you can see. There's not even a community, to be honest. But yeah, ever since that, the developers, I don't know why they decided to take away everything. They just reworked, removed trading, removed the marketing system for selling, completely destroyed the community or the economy, you could say. I'm really bad at wording. But yeah, just because of that one bug, like they just didn't know how to fix it. They did like a server rollback, but it still didn't fix it for some reason. I'm guessing they didn't have it saved down. They so everyone still had like the items and money. They implemented a negative balance to everyone that used the bug, but that doesn't solve the problem that everyone has the items. So then people could just sell the items and get the money back. I mean, I'm pretty sure I still have the negative. I think it was negative 1 billion, whatever the currency was. So basically, you can't teleport unless you had like some sort of teleporting item, because teleporting requires the currency. But it doesn't really matter because you could just buy those teleport items on a different character that doesn't have the negative balance. But yeah, just because of that one bug, it completely destroyed the game. Um, but yeah, other other things I have to say is that the reason why this game was popular even back then was because it's a cross-server game. Play with anyone, and that's also another problem. I mean, it's good that you can play with everyone, but whenever you do PvP, this is a lot of people love PvP in this game. Oh, not me though, because I just don't like the lag. This game's PvP is extremely laggy because it is cross-server. And let me tell you, the delay is 3 seconds. Like if you were to use a skill, 3 seconds later, if the enemy isn't at the area that you use the skill 3 seconds later, they do not take the damage because, yeah, that's how input laggy it is. Not only that, but they have to stand still at the area where you used your skill 3 seconds ago. And that's really hard because not only that, you have to make sure that they don't use like an iframe ability, like your roll. Because every time you roll, you do not take any damage for like 1.5 seconds. So yeah, it's just it doesn't make sense, the PvP. I don't understand how people manage to play like the PvP in this game. It's straight up just a guess and check. Not only that, but there's also potions. You could actually carry potions into PvP area. So if anything, if someone gets pissed, they just pull out their potions and heal up, and that's it. Yeah, so it's really imbalanced. So no, I would never recommend PvP. Uh, but yeah, really that's it. I just really wish that I could go back in the days because I played this game for so much. After school, every time I end the day in middle school, I'd be so happy to come home, open my tablet, and start this game. You know, because it reminds me of Sword Art Online. This game was really big during the Sword Art Online era where I guess anime wasn't that big back then either. So it just made it much more of a closer group, you could say. And that's why people liked it so much. Even though the players weren't really that positive, I'd say a lot of people just looking for like girlfriends and boyfriends in this game. Every time I see people sitting in like the town, it's just them, doing some flirting stuff. Yeah. Uh, what else? Right now I'm playing on my computer using a BlueStacks app, and that is also one of the problems why they started the auto stuff. So yeah, bad things are the auto combat, no trading, no selling. So really, I don't know. I don't know what this game could be anymore. It just doesn't make sense anymore. Everything is automated. There's no trading. And an MMO usually requires to have a good economy system, or else it just doesn't make sense. Like, why are we even grinding these materials for, other than, I guess, getting a bit stronger, but it's just not fun, in my opinion. I guess other people don't mind it as much. You could say it's similar to Genshin where there's no trading. The thing is, Genshin is a single player a single player game. This game is known to be an MMO. So yeah. Also, anyone that's new to this game and thinks if they should try or not, I wouldn't recommend it. There's just way better options. There's way better options. This is like the last of the last. And by that time, you probably wouldn't want to play an MMO if you end up choosing this game. Yeah, I'm trying not to be negative, but there's just really nothing you could say good about this game. The skills are really old looking. They're just simple. You dash, you attack. I mean, obviously I'm using like the base classes, but even if you get higher, there are some items that you can't even get the class unless you pay for some items in the shop. Let me cancel auto hunting and show what the shop even looks like. So in the shop, you could basically buy skins and equipment. Like equipment that are like 10 times stronger than the equipment you find in game. So you could tell how pay to win that is. Certain classes require these things called evolution stuff, Gangu or something. I forgot what it's called, but at least it's easier to buy now. I mean, cheaper to buy. I think you could also earn them if you kill like 10,000 monsters a day, which is insane. Like, thank God there's auto combating, I guess. They have unpaid gems and paid gems. Paid gems, you could buy everything. Unpaid gems, they don't let you buy most stuff. Most stuff cannot be brought with unpaid gems. There are some skins you get with unpaid gems, but it's usually the bad ones. So yeah, it's insane. These things, they're like broken. They give you like 50% more EXP or something, certain rings. So there's equipment, and also there's these items called Rift Stones. They let you use items that are not your level yet. So if you want to use like a level like this level 800 item, you could put this stone on the weapon. So if you're level 1, you could use a level 800 item. Yep. that's you know, it sounds weird, but I don't know how the developers decide to add this stuff. It's insane. There's these things called Melvius, and they're just better equipment. They release a new name every time they add like a new set of equipment. Basically more pay to win stuff. All these rift stones, costumes. There's a bunch of costumes. I mean, it was pretty cool back in the days. I was like, ooh, so many cosmetics. But I guess it's normal. Every single MMO has like a decent amount of cosmetics. I'd say the cosmetics in this game is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Most of them are edgy looking, classic. There are some funny looking ones too. But that's all there is to this game, I'd say. Oh, also one thing. I can't even go back to my old account anymore because back in the days, to access your old account, you needed a, a email to access it. So you basically save everything onto your like Google email, but they totally removed that option, and instead they made it so that you have to enter a phone number to access your account. So basically, I cannot access my old accounts. There's like no possible way for me to access my old accounts. Their customer support is non-existent, so you basically cannot get a reply from them. Yeah, so I basically cannot access my old account. That's why I made this new character here. Yep. So if you're an old player, you're also kind of doomed unless you saved your phone number back then. Which you probably didn't because you thought you were good with your email. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter anyways because you probably wouldn't want to play this game for over a week for nostalgia. I don't see anyone I know, well, actually like one or two, but that's it. Yeah, that's all to this game I could say that I could think of. It's nothing really positive. Yeah.